Hey, so have you missed me? I have been around. I've just been really busy with the holidays and everything, but I took vacation time off this week, so I'm getting caught up on my rest and about to celebrate the holidays with my family. The holiday is Thanksgiving, and I do plan to give thanks first and foremost to the Lord for all that He's brought me through and continues to bring me through, and just for being who He is. I'm really thankful for my family, everyone still being safe and sound and living and prosperous, and we have our troubles, everybody does, but for the most part God has been good, so I do give thanks for many things. For many things. One of the things that I am going through right now is it's a very surprising situation, and I'll tell you about it. I'm in my car. First of all, I'm getting ready to go finish my food shopping, but I figured let me just make a quick video since I have some semi-good natural light, which I don't get in my house. So let me tell you guys about this story. I was driving in a car a couple of months ago, and this guy hit my car. And what happened is he was in front of me as I was pulling up, and he got out of the lane that he was in and went to the right. Now, it's really not a lane, so when he got out of that lane, he just stopped, like right on the side of me. And there was this big gaping space between where he was and where I was, and there was a car trying to get in behind me. So I pulled into the space where he was, and the car that was trying to come in from the other side came in behind me, and then he's sitting on our right side. Well, I just start driving. I'm on my way to work, and I'm running late, but you know, I'm still concentrating on the road. And then all of a sudden, I feel my car, I hear my car, like on the right side, something hit, and I look over, and there's this guy sitting there looking at me in his car, and I'm like, oh my God, did he just hit my car? Turns out, I realized it was the same guy that had moved to the right when I got out the car. He was like, I was in front of you. I'm like, you were not in front of me. He was like, yes, I was in front of you when you drove up. And that's when I realized this was the same guy who was on the right of me. Instead of him turning right, like he got out of the straight lane where everybody was going straight, instead of him turning right, like you would think somebody would do if they get out and go to the right, he went straight and I guess tried to merge back into traffic and hit my car. This guy laid such good game on me. I am just still amazed. I really am. Homeboy got out the car. Oh, man, I really got to get to this exam in 20 minutes. Some mathematical something I can't pronounce exam, and I got to get there, and I got to get there in 20 minutes. Please, here, look, I'll take care of everything. It's not a lot of damage. Here's my insurance information. Took all his insurance information, his information, look, his driver's license, he is who he say he is, the insurance information match. The first card that he gave me was expired. And I said, you know, this is expired. He said, oh, no, I have another one. So he hands me another card, insurance card, and that one is in effect. So I thought. So we exchanged numbers because he was like, it's not a lot of damage, we'll take care of it. Excuse me, that's my phone. And so he called me that evening, but he called me because he thought he had lost his driver's license and thought maybe I had it. And so I told him, no, I didn't have it. He was like, oh, he found it by the time I called him back. And I was like, well, you know, there's damage to my car more than we saw, because at first it looked like scratches, but it was actually cracked, like the mirror is actually cracked. So I told him, and he was like, okay, well, you know, we'll see about it. I was like, when? He was like, well, Saturday. I'm free Saturday. I said, okay, so Saturday we'll meet up. We'll see the damage. And he was like, yeah, you know, I'll take care of everything. We'll meet up Saturday. I'll call you. He never called. I gave this man the benefit of the doubt. I waited exactly 1 month to see if he would get back in contact with me, and then he did not. And I'm like, well, I'm not calling him again. He was dishonest the first time. He never contacted me. He never called. So what makes me think that I'm going to have an honest interaction with him? So I went straight to the insurance company. Well, needless to say, homeboy did not have insurance. No, he didn't. Tell somebody. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, by just sheer association with people who find this Antoine Dotson thing hilarious, I have picked up on it. Hide your eyes, hide your kid, hide your husband too. God forgive me, because it's a sad situation about what happened. But anyway, homeboy. Yeah, so he didn't have insurance, and it just turned into a whole mess. So once I got the letter from the insurance company, I went and filed. I didn't even go to small claims courts because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get he's breaking the law. He's driving without insurance. So I'm going to go put in a complaint, like a ticket, write him out a ticket, which I went to the municipal court and did. And honestly, when I did this, I honestly thought that, okay, maybe his insurance policy lapsed and on that company, and he has his insurance with another company, and maybe he didn't have that card. So I said, well, you know what? Just to make sure that it's honest, I'm going to get the information in front of the court. I had no clue when we got in court that he, not only he's not have insurance, he gave them the same phony insurance card with no insurance behind it that he gave me. He lied and said the accident never happened because I never got a police report. Listening to him, allowing him to go, you know, out of the kindness of my heart and believing him, did not get a police report. And he puts that back on me and says it never happened. Show him a police report. We were not in an accident. So of course I whip out my picture that I took with my camera phone, and he's like, "That's not me. I'm not." I was like, "That's you sitting in the car." He's like, "That's not me." Anyway, to make a long story short, this guy lied. He said the car accident never happened. He told the prosecutors that I was his girlfriend and I was mad at him and I was doing this because we had a relationship together, which I did not know. He told them this. They kept telling me, go look for him. And I'm like, well, isn't that the bailiff's job? Why? I don't know where this guy is, because he was in the hall instead of the court. So we were back and forth out of the court, and with the prosecutor trying to work it out, because they were trying to make it so that he would just pay me for the car and not have to go before the judge. So they keep like, where is he? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, well, we about to start with, he's about to call. I'm like, wasn't that the bailiff job to go get him? And then they kept telling us, it was two prosecutors back and forth. They kept telling us, well, go talk about it. And I thought, well, this is what they do, see if we can work it out without them. But now I realize, no, the prosecutor was supposed to be prosecuting him and getting the information. They were making us go and talk about it because he had told them that we were in a relationship. So they're trying to say, well, y'all can work it out on your own so y'all don't have to go before the judge. That's why they kept sending me away. One prosecutor, because we weren't working it out, because before he knew I had the picture, he was just flat out like, it never happened and that's it. You don't have no proof. And so finally, once we started working it out, they were like, well, go get another estimate. We think this one is expensive. So I said, okay, fine, I'll go get another estimate. Why did the prosecutor tell me to drive this man in my car? Okay, flash note for anybody who don't know, I never met this guy in my life, a day in my life before the accident. But because he told them we're in a relationship, they're telling us to drive together because supposedly he doesn't have his car because he didn't drive there because he doesn't have insurance. Bull. Because after court, I saw him get back, and I took my little camera. Y'all know I'm a YouTuber, so I took my camera and recorded him getting into his car. He put his hand up to his face like this. He drove the car there. There's no insurance. So on top of not having insurance, he already had damage to his car from before our accident. Now he ran into my car and caused damage to my car and is lying about it. So he's a bad driver and he has no insurance. This guy is like the type of guy that will run over somebody's child and keep driving because he's a bad driver and because he has no insurance. So anyway, so the judge, the picture was on my phone, so the judge adjourned it until we go back Monday so that I could blow up the picture. And they told me, I consulted my lawyer. My lawyer said it's pretty much the burden's on him to prove that he had insurance. And I called his insurance company, and the insurance company is like, because they said they have to have proof. The prosecutor was telling him, well, he may not have got the cancellation letter. Well, he did, because I called the insurance company, and they told me they would have not sent me that denial letter had the policy not been canceled in the right manner, had they not got this thing back called Pours and Cans, which is a cancellation notice that they sent it registered and certified mail. So I am just waiting to see what he comes out with when we go back to court. To prove the accident, at this point, I don't even expect to get my car fixed, but I posted on Facebook, the day that the accident happened, right after it happened, I have a picture. When he got in front of the judge, he began to lie and say that, oh, the picture that I have is not in September, it's in July. Well, little does he know, the picture that I have has a school crossing guard in it. School crossing guards are not out in July, sweetie. They come out in September. I have my Facebook. I have my time card from work to show that I punched in late. I have my text message that I sent to my manager. I'm having my manager write a letter stating everything that happened. And, I mean, I'm really trying to get this guy's license taken because he's amoral. He shows absolutely no sense of stopping driving until he gets insurance. And he revealed to me in court is because he is unemployed. That does not give you the right to go around messing up people's property and lying about it. I said, God's going to deal with this man for lying, but no, I think God sent me. I think God made him hit my car so that I can get this man off the street. I think I am the one that God sent because his policy expired in August and this happened in September. I'm doing God's work. I seriously do, because I may be saving somebody's child, because he sure enough will run if he hits somebody. And he will lie about it. This guy, he lied to the prosecutors in front of me, flat out lied about everything, and then would come over and try and work it out with me. I can't believe it. So anyway, time's almost up, I'm sure. I will keep you guys posted on what happens. Peace and blessings.